Hello. Today, I have a list of 5 weapons that I hate fighting against the most in Splatoon 3. These are weapons that I find really annoying, mainly because of my experience with the game, mostly from using shooter weapons, and most of the time at that, the splatter shot. And these are weapons that I personally find struggle against splatter shot, and other reasons being either the main weapon is annoying in itself, or the kits are super annoying. And well, those are the main reasons that we'll see for this video, as I'm sure you will find out shortly. So let's just cut the bullshit and just hop into it. Starting off in number 5 is a pretty wild one for some of you, but it is the Tetra Dualies. Now, in general, the dualies are kind of a weapon I find annoying, and rightfully so, and it's all because of dodge rules, because, well, there are a few reasons. Obviously, it can screw around your aim for if you're using some weapons. Using splatter shot, well, it takes one dodge roll, and then boom, you have to just turn your controller super fast, because even with the highest gyro sensitivity, it's still really slow for some reason. Whereas I think maybe it can do with controller. 8-bit2 Ultimate 2 C gyro might be kind of slow. I don't know. I'm not much of an expert on that. Just tell me in the comments if there are any other controllers that have faster gyro, but that's beyond the point. So yeah, the dodge rolls, yeah, they screw my aim a lot, and usually dualies have 2 dodge rolls, but the Tetras, meanwhile, have upwards of 4 dodge rolls, and, well, the issues I have with dodge rolls, well, they're even more amplified with Tetras. So, you can bet that's a very big issue I have to deal with, because, of course, people with Tetras are going to be zigzagging constantly. It means having to zigzag the controller the time with the slowest gyro that this game has, which is a real ordeal. And then you've got the kits, and it's specifically the Dark Tetra kit that I really have issues with, because, for one, it has auto bombs, which are really good at catching you off guard. And, well, they can constantly follow you and shit, which is annoying. Then, of course, there are times where you can just straight up die to an auto bomb and you don't even know that it happens. And pretty much all that you'd really notice is, well, when you've caught one with your face. And yeah, you can already bet autobombs are annoying. And then you also have Reef Slider, which is a similar thing. It can catch you off guard indeed. Though it is easy to counter it if you notice it, so you can pretty much just escape it fast. But if you don't escape it in time, well, you're pretty much dead because, well, the Reef Slider can just stop at any time. And yeah, that's very, very tough to deal with if you're caught off guard. So yeah, 4 dodge rolls, auto bomb, Reef Slider. That's why I hate Tetra Dualies. Now, number 4 on the list is a pretty surprising one, but it is the Decavitator. And well, it's one reason alone, and that is, oddly, compared to the other Splatonas, I find myself getting sneak attacked with the Decavitator way more. Viper and Stamper, nope, I don't get sneak attacked with either of those two. And yet, there's Decavitator, which is like, what is it? TF2 Spy? What is it? So, yeah, getting sneak attacked way more often from Decavitator, already out the bat an annoying thing, and realistically, yes, you can get sneak attacked from virtually any other weapon, but it's especially annoying with Decavitator, because you can straight up one-shot with a dash slash, and even some combos that Stamper can do, well, the Decavitator can also do, because I find that the swing speed for the Decavitator isn't even that much slower compared to Stamper, so some combos can just straight up be done for both weapons, and admittedly you can say the same for the Stamper not being super sluggish compared to Viper, and yeah, I can agree, but, the Viper does lower damage, meanwhile, Stamper can just, two-shot, and, well, Decavitator can also two-shot, so yeah, that's why it's mainly Decapitator I have the issue with. Again, for the sneak attack potential, which does not happen with Stamper. And then, of course, I also had other instances where I find myself just straight up getting killed by a charge slash just when I'm about to kill the person using the decapitator, and boy, that is really annoying when that happens. So, yeah, sneak attacks, no. And now we have number 3 on the list, and this is a weapon I'm sure that a lot of you hate watching. But that is the E leader. Though, not the reasons you're thinking. I mean, now, in general, chargers I don't have much of a problem with because their limited range at least makes them somewhat balanced. But then, of course, there's E-Leader, where for some reason it always feels like with E-Leader that you can get sniped across the midsection, and it's especially obvious in certain stages, like Mahi Mahi. God, Mahi Mahi is annoying for E-Leader because, well, for one, it's really hard to flank chargers because they're in a spot that you cannot get up from. Literally, as soon as you're in the mid, unless you're in Rainmaker, well, you're not getting out of mid without a super jump. And of course, super jumping out of mid can be risky, but that's beyond the point. So, yeah, the only way you're getting out of mid aside from super jump and thereby flanking an E layer is if you have Kraken. But any other time, well, you're better off using splat bombs, suction bombs, or any other sub that can reach, and by extension, other main weapons that can reach. But the splatter shot cannot reach the later spots that are, most chosen by charge users. And of course, it gets worse because, well, there is the custom leader which has beacons, and not really annoying initially, but then you realize, well, you can place these in smart spots that the map won't even completely give away. And trust me, I've had sneaky spots. I've seen a lot of sneaky spots for beacons, and boy, they are sneaky. And some of them can just be hard to reach, too. So, yeah, have fun stopping them. And then, the custom E leader also has Kraken, which means just when you're about to flank an E leader, well, nope, they can just pop freaking Kraken and then just deny your flank. And all you can do is just run away. So yeah, that's just the issue with Kraken. You're literally invincible using Kraken, and even if you don't get kills with it, well, you basically are good at just making the enemy team just run away from you. Fuck that. And number 2 on the list is the Ink Brush. Oh my god, the Ink Brush. This is a nasty one. Now, it is short range, it is very, very short range, and does pretty low damage. But of course, the downside of it dealing low damage can just straight up be invalidated with how fast it swings. I mean, you can literally spam ZR so fast that you can you can legit kill faster than the Octobrush, which already is insane. But you don't even need to spam ZR so fast because, well, you have controllers that have turbo, and well, 8-bit Ultimate 2C is one of them, but you have other controls like Mobipad in 1HD, and what was the other one that also had turbo? I forgot the name of it. But yeah, they all have turbo, and very fast turbo at that, so you just have to hold ZR and don't even bother tiring out your finger, because, well, you can just hold ZR and boom, you can swing super fast. Like, holy shit, that is annoying. And honestly, I think turbo should just be considered cheating because, again, you're literally letting the controller do the work for you. It's like using aim assist in Black Ops 6 because you're letting the game aim for you. That's annoying. And yeah, you can tell why a bunch of keyboard and mouse players hate aim assist a lot. Okay, well, on that note, well, aim assist isn't always strong. I mean, yeah, Call of Duty it can be super strong, but anything like Quake 2, not really. But yeah, we're getting off topic on that. But all I'm saying, yeah, turbo mode with Ink Brush. Holy shit, that's just what it feels like when I face Ink Brush. And of course, that means. And I've had one match in Mahi Mahi, which. Did I record it? I'm pretty sure I did. It was one of the Neo Splash videos. But yeah, that ink brush guy was just a total wasp. Literally, wasping around, not the right term, but you know, that's literally what they are, right? A fucking wasp. And yeah, getting so many damn kills. Meanwhile, I have like very poor reflexes in comparison. So yeah, that's already very bad. But then they make it worse because there's Novu ink brush. Well, it starts off fine because you got ink mines, which honestly, if you get killed by ink mines, you're kind of dumb because like they're too blatant for you to get killed by them unwillingly. I mean, how dumb you have to be to get killed by ink mines? I never got killed by ink mines before. Okay, no, but really, the Novu ink brush has Ultra Stamp, and that is the special I hate the most because, well, for one, some weapons just cannot shoot through an Ultra Stamp, and, well, Splatter Shot should, and yet it doesn't for some reason. Like, why? Why doesn't it shoot through? Why won't it shoot through the Ultra Stamp? And it's pretty much just a miniature Kraken. It goes super fast, but it's at least able to be stopped. You know, you just gotta pull off an Obi-Wan Kenobi move, take the high ground and that's it, but you still gotta react way too fast, and if you're not fast enough, well, you're fucked anyways. So, yeah, Ultra Stamp isn't even that OP by any means. It's kind of a shit special, and yet it still has the potential to be annoying, and that's true with other weapons. Clash Blaster, blah blah blah, they're annoying weapons when they aren't super good, but it's especially obvious for Ultra Stamp for me, and putting it on Ink Brush, God, what even was up with Nintendo? What were they doing making that weapon? So, yeah, Ink Brush plus Ultra Stamp, terrible combo, and that's why Novu is number 2 on the list. Holy shit. And taking the number 1 spot for the weapon in Splatoon 3 that I hate the most, it is the Paintbrush. Oh my god, the Paintbrush. Now, it's the same problem with the Ink Brush, but it's even worse because, well, it has a wind up, right? And the attack speed's slow, but those downsides are like completely invalidated because, well, the range is way too oppressive. So, even despite having a slow swing speed, it still can get you a lot because of the big range it has. And of course, the damage it does is like really high. It can do like 31 at the lowest, at least at maximum range, without much with no elevation. And yeah, 31 is still really high. That's a third of your health gone. And again, the high range is like way too extreme. At least with Octobrush, it does only like 20 to 40 damage from swinging, and the range and slow attack speed at least balance that, so it's not too oppressive, so it's not as annoying compared to Ink Brush or Paintbrush, but then the Paintbrush, it's just like it just completely ignores its own downside. It's because of the high damage. The windup like does not matter. How fast it is, it does not matter at all. And then of course you've got Novu again. Well, this time it's not as annoying. It does have 10 missiles, but they're at least good at just straight up making you get out of a good position. So yeah, even if you're not dying to 10 missiles a lot, you still have to contend with the fact you're running away from them all the time. And yeah, that's kind of the reason why the Frozen Pro seems to be pretty good, because again, it's the only shooter that has 10 missiles, and on that note, I should do a video on the Frozen Pro, to be honest. I might just try more often, to be honest. So, yeah, the Paintbrush, gee, it's invalidating its own downsides, and boy, that is annoying. And again, the oppressive range just is way more than that of the Splatter Shot, which you know, is the weapon I use most of the time. If you know me well from all the videos I've done, alright? Literally, all three splatter shots I main, and yet they are outclassed by Paintbrush. Holy shit. And, like, I don't even know what nerfs it's gotten. I should have looked at the wiki more, but it doesn't even seem like it gets nerfed that badly. I mean, again, the weapon is legit not within meta, but holy crap. The damage and the range? No. Oh my god, yep. So yeah, high damage, high range, and the downside of the slow swing speed being invalidated by those two factors are the serious reason why I think the paintbrush is my least favorite weapon to face against in Splatoon 3. Holy damn. God. I'm sure this list is pretty subjective to say the least. Okay, not the right term, but you know, this is really just my own opinion, based on my own experience, so yeah, you probably hate something more. I mean, you probably hate the splatter shot for whatever reason. I don't know anyone that hates finding splatter shot at all, but well, if you do, let me know. I would be glad to hear it. And then other weapons again, like the Clash Blaster, because you know it's annoying against low skill lobbies. But you know, I mean, if you're new, that's really the only time where it's super annoying. But you know, if you have a basic understanding of the game, you know, if you're playing anarchy battles all the time, which you should be doing in the first place, then yeah, the Clash Blaster not really annoying. Also, why the fuck does the Clash Blaster look like DF2 stock syringe gun? Like, I can't unsee that at all. And again, same thing with blah blah border. I find it more annoying, especially now. Like even now, I still find the blah blah blur annoying, but I don't think it's super annoying. I mean, yeah, the hitboxes for the bubbles are pretty large, and they can ricochet a lot, but I don't think they're that bad, to be honest. And of course, there's even the Aerospray RG, which boy, I've hit it a lot, but well, it is growing on me, thankfully, but only really because it'd only be really because of playing Anarchy battles, of course. And, well, it's shit, because, well, yes, it can recharge Booyah Bomb fast, of course, but it does really poor damage, has poor spread, and poor range. So, it sucks at fighting, and yet well, it's just more the turf war weapon, that's really it, so that's why I didn't make the list, even though I'm sure at least one person watching definitely hoped it would've. Well, too bad, my mind's changed around on that thing. But, yeah, that just about wraps up this list. If you enjoyed, or have other weapons you hate as much, well, let me know in the comments, I'd be glad to hear them. And that's basically it for this video. Thanks for watching.